I mean, it was just off the charts. 50-some thousand people screaming. And I think they lifted us the last few games. We won, I think, the last 3 games in our last at bat. So the fans had a lot to do with that.
Were there any specific buttons you pushed in that win streak that you recall, like, wow, I made the right move there?
Well, I don't know about that. It's a long time ago. But all I do remember is that last game, we were up 11-0, and we finally thought we had a laugher, and the laugh was on us because the next thing you knew, it was 11-11 in the ninth, and Patty came up to hit the ball out of the ballpark, come off the bench to win the game for us. And that's what's so great about our sport. You know, you have to get 27 outs, and there's no clock. You can't say, "Oh, we'll run the clock out on these guys." But you know, we hung in there and got it done. And I'm really proud to say I was part of this thing with all these guys. Because, hopefully, it's going to be a while before anybody can break that record.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I know I've read that you had some reservations potentially coming here. True, not true? How do you see that?
Well, you know, that's, you know, I have mixed emotions. That's all I'll say about it. But when I've heard that Corey Lytle was, his foundation was getting the proceeds from all this, I jumped at the chance. You know. Corey was a big part of that club. And an outstanding pitcher for us, a great human being. And it's nice that now we can be here and looking forward to seeing him. I haven't seen her for a while.
Art, how about the long time as a player, as a coach, as a manager? Where does a 20-game win streak rank in your career?
Oh, it's right up there, obviously. It's a record. I mean, hopefully I'll go to my grave and I still have it. But, you know, records are made to be broken. Somebody will probably do it someday soon. And, but hopefully it'll stand for a while because, you know, this is a special group of guys here that came to Oakland and they came together and great pitching staff. I don't know how many teams have the MVP, the Cy Young, and the Fireman of the Year all at the same time, but we had it that year, and that speaks volumes about the team.
You guys having career years, though. Chavez had a great year. Yeah, a lot of guys had a really good years at the same time, right?
Yeah, I mean, and it was always somebody different. That's what was so great about it. It wasn't a one-man show or 1 or 2 guys carrying the load. It was all 25 guys. Somebody every night stepped up. Maybe it was a middle reliever to give you a couple zeros on the board to give you a chance to get back in the game. But it was always someone. And that clubhouse, I remember Mickey Morabito always telling me, I don't know why we have a team bus, Art, because nobody's on it. Everybody's at the clubhouse, you know, like at 2 in the afternoon. And that was the truth. Everybody loved to get to the ballpark. And it was just it was a family, basically. Yeah, now in hindsight, I can look back and really, you know, kind of grasp it a little bit more. When you're going through it, you know, we're fighting for a pennant at a time, and you know, each game you're trying to figure out a way to win it. And you can't really enjoy it. I mean, you're battling every night. So now, in hindsight, I can look back and say, hey, we accomplished something special.
How excited will it be to see the fans? I mean, the fans, I'm sure, are really excited to see you back.
Well, I'm excited to see them because, like I said, they were a big part of that streak for us. They really picked us up night in, night out. And they supported us tremendously those last few years I was here.
Whether it's 16 games or streak.
Well, we had a pretty good offense and a pretty darn good pitching staff. So, but that was the thing. Miggy was on fire that year, and Xavi came of age that year. And he had 34 bombs, I think, that year too. So, I mean, it was fun to watch. I mean, as soon as we got some people on and we needed somebody to come through with a knock, whoever was at the plate seemed to do it. And I guess that's what it takes to win 20 in a row.
Yeah, well, there is, you know, the thought that ball players are superstitious, and when they get something going well, they don't change underwear. They keep doing the same thing. Was there something during the streak that you or guys did that maybe off the field that you know, was a superstition?
I think the 2 things I can recall me doing is I always drove to the park the same way when we were at home, and I always used the same pen for the lineup
during that streak.
I'm glad I didn't run out of ink.
You still got the pen?
No, I don't.
Art, I know a lot's talked about with the movie, but tell me more about the process of the book being written, when the book was being made about the team.
I'm not here to talk about those things, really. It's all history.
Art, is this your first time back since when? How many times
I was actually back in town about a week ago. Went down to Gilroy. Frank LaCourte's daughter got married. A little teammate of mine. We were down there. Then I went up to Sacramento. My oldest brother lives there. He had a pacemaker put in 2 Tuesdays ago, and that went well. And then we stopped here and went into the front office before we flew out. So, but that's I think in 2005 I might have been. I came in for a game or two at that point.
Yeah.
I think we had the Hurricanes back in Houston. We had to hurry. And that short circuit of that trip. That's it.
You were with Ron though, right? It wasn't just not your first time back in the ballpark because you were with Washington.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Obviously with Texas 7 and 8. I was here. Yeah.
So you've been around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Art, do you have one best memory, or is it kind of a culmination of everything?
It's a culmination. Yeah. I mean, it's just. It was fun. I mean, the guys, just a great group of guys to be around. Total team effort, and best staff in baseball.
And take me through that 20th game. Obviously, you said you guys had the 11-0 lead. You blow the 11-0 lead. Hadberg hits that game-winning home run. That had to be something to greet him when he.
Yeah, normally, once a snowball starts rolling downhill, we were up 11-0, and with Hudson on the hill, that was a piece of cake. That game was over, and before you knew it, all of a sudden they're back in the game. And we didn't play real well at times, made them an error or two, which cost us some runs. But we go into the 9th inning, and they had all the momentum. Then it was 11-11. I think we had to get out of a bases loaded jam at the top of the 9th to even get out of that inning tied. And they had Hattie sitting over there, and he was ready to go. And to go up and get a knock, get on base, he did a lot better than that.
Like Sweeney is there.
Yeah, Sweeney was a thorn in our side that game. I mean, it seemed like he had a couple of balls off us. It seemed like every time he'd come up, there were men on base, and he kept delivering. Yeah, Sweeney had a big game against us.
I knew I had my story written in the 5th inning. I had to completely rip it up.
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting in the dugout, and I remember me saying, I said, man, we're finally going to have that. Because every game was fairly tight. Man, I should have kept my mouth shut.
What are your thoughts on the current A's team? Have you followed them at all?
I haven't really followed them all that much, but I know they're having a good year, and they're young, exciting, and it sounds a lot like our club. They've got good pitching, and that's what it takes. Every night you want to have the feeling that the guy you're putting on the hill has a great chance to win. And it also reminds me of when I was a player with the Astros. They had a great pitching staff there, and we had to go out and scrape up a run or two, and we felt like we were in the driver's seat because of the pitching.
Right, and it was your last year here in 2002, but do you find that you kind of helped build up this body of work because you came here in '96 and you kind of helped turn the A's back into a contending team?
Well, things. I like to think that we had a good stay here. That's for sure. And the A's are a force again. It's a proud organization, and I was proud to be a part of it. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. Wish we could have won a World Series or two while I was here.
And what do you think of Bob Melvin, the job he's doing?
Bob's a good man. He's a good man. I know Bob through the years, and I know he's doing a great job with these guys, and he's going to give them a shot to win.
Great.